Hello, so this is AniBits FreePack 1, and what I want to show you here is I've provided these animations. They're pre-built, ready to go, and I'll show you how you can use them to create video footage here in just a minute. But I also created these in a way that allows you to create your own animations. So if you don't like what I've provided here, I've actually created these in my Easy Animator program, and I'm providing them in a way that you can actually create different variations yourself in Easy Animator or in programs like PowerPoint, Keynote, anything that you can import art into that has the ability to do animations. So they're sort of almost like animation templates. How about that? So that's what these are, but if you don't have time or you like the animations that I've created for you, you can go ahead and use them. But they also serve as kind of an inspiration for you to create your own. In this video, I'm going to show you how to utilize these in various programs, as I mentioned, and in another video, I'll show you how you can create your own. So real quick, you can see here that I've got 10 different animations. I tried to select a bunch of different variety of colors and animations just to inspire you for things that you could do if you wanted to make your own. But these are set up where you have a pause animation. In other words, it basically kind of moves after everything's assembled, or there's a version that's static after everything is assembled, and otherwise animates in and out. And then there's what I call a pause animation, which is really just doesn't have an in or an out animation. So you have those three variations of each of these animations. So you can go ahead and utilize them however you want. In Explaindio, I've set up a little example here. I've got one of them in here already, so let me just show you. So it's animated in, and you can see how very quickly I can create some video footage. I've got about 9.5 seconds almost of footage right there that I could create very, very easily. In order to add the text, I simply added text, and I took off. Actually, I've got it in here where I have it fading in, rather than it writing with hand, of course, is what it defaults to. So I could have had it do some sort of other animation, but over a half a second it's just a fading in, and so forth. So that way the animation is coming right on the tail of that. I could have some animation or something kind of happen afterwards, but this pretty much exits out, and therefore it's not that great. So you want to kind of move on to the next video if you were going to do that. Now, if I was going to use this where I wanted it to be kind of static, I could use the pause animation. Let me show you that. So I need to go back to the canvas here, and I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to go ahead and import. So I go to add flash animation, and I could use the pause static instead. And I don't want to sketch. I'm going to add that, and I would size it up to kind of fit and come over here. Now, if I didn't want it to exit out, what I could do is I could close this, and you can see that it's pausing right there. And so what I could do is pause at a frame. So I can come in and tell it to pause, or I can tell it only to play. I got a little confused there. That's another technique. What I can do is tell it to just stop before it's actually going to leave out to the next part of the animation. So I could have that just stay there instead of have the exit animation or the out animation. So that's something that you have the option to do. And if you were going to assemble this in a program like ScreenFlow or Camtasia, you could add a freeze frame after that and so forth. So there's a lot of versatility there. Or, if you want to work with just directly with a program like ScreenFlow or Camtasia, you can come back to our SWF exporter, which is free. Select any one of these animations. I'm just going to go ahead and select this one and export it. Now, I've actually already done that, so I'm going to minimize this here for a second. I'm inside of, this is ScreenFlow here, and I've got a test animation that I just did. That's that same animation. I'm going to just drag it into ScreenFlow here. And you can see I've already put in a demo text here, and I can just position that. So I'm going to actually kind of come over here and get that kind of roughly where I want it. And so now I can have something like this going on inside of this. Now you see that I've got the text overlapping. That's one of the nice things about working with a program like ScreenFlow or Camtasia, is you can have the text even be concurrent if you wanted to. So I could come like this, or even have it over here, or something like that. So I'm going to stretch that text out so it lasts as long as or maybe even a little longer before it moves on. So I could do something like this. So there I have a very similar effect to what I showed you inside of Explaindio. So you can do that either with programs like Camtasia, After Effects, Sony Vegas, you see Premiere, all kinds of different programs. You can anything that will import a MOV, and notice that it's got the transparency there. So if I had a different kind of background, I could use that as well. So that's the sort of thing that you can use or do with the pre-built animations, and you can of course do them also if you create them using what I'm calling the AniBits, and I'll show you how to do that in another video.